Hello and welcome to a rather special video. Today marks this channel's year anniversary from when I began really trying to make something out of it 1 year ago. It's been quite the endeavour, if I'm being honest. There was a lot of things I knew that I would need to improve on, and there are a lot more things that I discovered will be hurdles that need to be overcome. But overall, I'm quite satisfied with how this year has gone for my YouTube channel. I started with Where Sonic Went Wrong, which was meant to be the baseline for a series of videos in which I would discuss my opinions and disappointments of where the Sonic franchise has been headed from the reasons I liked it back when I originally discovered the franchise. And for a first video, it was quite ambitious, clocking in at roughly 30 minutes and 39 seconds. Yeah, that was quite the task. The editing is okay, considering it was the first time I attempted to do a video like that. I'm quite happy with it in that regard, but the audio, the balancing is absolutely terrible. Some clips are way louder than others, with more audio clips suddenly dropping in volume. The microphone I was using at the time was what I would use to play games, and no one had ever really told me there was an issue with it, so I was like, I guess this microphone will do the job. But only after recording all of the dialogue for that video, I noticed, this microphone isn't very good. But it was all I had access to at that time, and I'd already recorded the 30 minutes of the dialogue. And yeah, since it was my first video, I just thought, let's just go with it. But yeah, the audio is pretty bad. To be honest, if you can get up to the halfway mark and you were able to put up with it, then you'll be able to listen to the entire thing. I did test this recently. I'm not going off memory. I rewatched it, but it is admittedly not to a standard I would be happy with today. But we all got to start somewhere, and I would follow up that video with another 30-minute plus video focusing in specifically on Tails. Since the Where Sonic Went Wrong video was just a baseline, and then I intended to do a bunch of videos of individual characters and maybe aspects as well, but it was mostly focused on characters from a narrative perspective. And as of now, the most recent one in that group of videos is Where Sonic Went Wrong Shadow the Hedgehog, which was one I always was excited to get to, and it too clocks in above 30 minutes in length. As a gift of celebration, I have created a playlist for Where Sonic Went Wrong and all associated videos, finally, so feel free to check that out if you have any spare time. But that brings me to the next topic, really, which is the length of my videos. They're sort of all over the place. The first two were quite extensive, but it was after that point where I thought, okay, maybe people just don't want to sit down and watch a 30-minute video of questionable audio quality. So I instead made my third video shorter, roughly 12 minutes in length, and I was quite happy with that. It was also where I started refining my thumbnail technique as well for those sorts of videos. The first video, you can still see to this day, the thumbnail was not scaled correctly, and the second video had the same issue, but I remade that one. And I've purposely left the first one janky, just so that, just as a reminder, really, of where it came from. So that whenever I look at it, I can be like, oh yeah, that's how they used to go. But we've talked a lot of Sonic on this channel. The vast majority of the videos of this channel have something to do with Sonic the Hedgehog. But this channel isn't supposed to be a Sonic channel. Not that I have a problem with that. Obviously I have a lot to say on the Sonic series, but this channel was really just, I just wanted to talk about games, I want to talk about game design, I want to talk about the stories I liked and things like that. Hopefully I even can start doing some projects where I can make something, perhaps even with viewers, which was always part of the plan as well. But something I've been toying around with and experimenting with is the more you spread your content out, the harder it is for you to retain an audience. Because obviously when we watch people on YouTube, usually we subscribe or watch a specific creator for a specific kind or type of content. And so what I noticed is when I made videos that weren't related to each other, they would perform differently. Not massively, my channel's not big enough to have such variety in viewership, but I would notice it. So I was really debating on, do I keep doing what I have been, where I do some Sonic videos and some non-Sonic videos, or do I just double down and go with just Sonic? And what sort of keeps me away from going with just Sonic is because Sonic is a brand. I just don't really know where the series is going at this point. I'm not sure if Sega knows where it's going at this point. And the announcement of the television show and the movie sequel is all well and good, but on the game front, still don't know much about what's happening there. And for me, the games are what are really important for Sonic. But I do like talking about it, so it's not like I've secretly hated it the whole time or anything like that. If I hated it, I definitely wouldn't be making 30-minute videos on it. But I've experimented with quite a variety of things. I've done character studies, obviously. I've done sort of a mini game review with my Raid video, unsponsored by the way. I've done critiques, I've done gameplay analysis, I've even done sort of a theorized gameplay style concept with my Pokemon Battle Royale video, which was fun to come up with. The viewership that my videos would get has also been on the up, thankfully, as the year began, even though my earlier videos were quite extensive, and beyond them too. I only got maybe 3 or 4 views, 2 of which were from people I knew, and 1 of which was me. I've since stopped viewing my own videos through YouTube so that it doesn't inflate the view count, but back then I would consider a video that had 12 views as a huge success. And now, thankfully, my videos seem to be able to get 30 views on average, if not more, which I'm incredibly thankful for. And I just covered a lot, but I've even done some real talk with my confidence video, which was one of my earlier ones, and I'm quite happy that I've experimented and pushed boundaries. It would have been really easy just to keep doing the same thing the whole time and never experiment, but it's worthwhile. And on the lines of experimenting, I think my editing has come a long way in this year. From the first video, I just put together a bunch of trailer clips, partially because I didn't have access to any other footage, but also because I didn't really know what else to do. But as soon as the second video, I was already trying to up the previous standard with the sort of PNGs moving in sync with music for the Tails video, even though some of them still had their background thing on. It was an attempt, and I just think the editing's come a long way, as well as the thumbnail design. It's really hard to get right to have a good thumbnail, and I don't want the thumbnail to be clickbaity, which in a way is bad. A good thumbnail does do that. I still want it to interest people and make them click on the video, but I don't want to lie about what the video portrays. I just want it to do a good job at being honest on what the video talks about. And I think I've stuck true to that philosophy for the most part. Actually, no, I think all my videos have stuck to that philosophy. But what I'm trying to say is I've definitely learned a lot, but I definitely have more things to improve. The audio, whilst it was bad at the start, it still can be a bit inconsistent to this day. I've actually gotten a proper real microphone now instead of some old cluttery thing, but it still takes a while to get used to the settings, and I've not even used Audacity yet, which is a big thing. I've installed it now, don't worry, and I'm going to try and put that to good use. But I am well aware that many people have pointed out audio, not necessarily issues, but inconsistencies, and yeah, I don't deny that. I would also like to thank everyone who subscribed, liked, and commented on my videos. What is a video if there aren't any viewers for it? You know, what's an artist without an audience? So, sincerely, for everyone who's taken interest into my videos, thank you for watching them. I put a lot of effort into these, as I'm sure most other people who create videos do, and it's just great to see it when other people have seen the content, because then it wasn't made for nothing. And even if someone disagrees, if they tell me why they disagree, and then we can have a discussion about it, I think that's always really interesting. Usually I won't change my opinion and they won't either, but the discussion is where the interest comes from, and I can respect a good discussion. As for where I'm planning on taking the channel in the future, I'm not too sure. Originally I was dead set on branching away from Sonic videos entirely, because I was just thinking, okay, the series is just never going to change at this point. No matter how much I want it to get better, it's not. But with everything that's been happening recently, I've changed my mind, and I think no, that was the wrong mindset. It could still change. So I'll probably still do Sonic videos, but I'm still going to do my other topics every so often as well, whenever the mood hits me, just to keep it interesting. Yeah, so channel anniversary, it's been an entire year and I'm still doing it, which is great. I try to do more than one video a month. Sometimes I succeed and sometimes I fail. Most of the time, if I don't upload anything, it's just because I couldn't come up with an interesting topic or something I thought was interesting. And there's something funny I've done with some of the videos, specifically where Sonic went wrong. If you look at the channel page, for the ones that focus on a character specifically, I've tried to make sure they always line up so that they're in a column. The exception being Gamma, but that's where Sonic went right, so that's my excuse for why his video doesn't line up. And yes, that does mean that I am forcing myself to make 5 videos in between each one of those, so it may not continue forever, but for 4 in a row, I think that's a pretty good streak to have. But as for future big projects, I don't know. We're still going to do where Sonic went wrong, but we'll have to see, so stay tuned. I think that is just about everything I had to say for now, though. What was that? No, it can't be.
I am infinite.
Looks like I have a new battle headed my way. I must go and prepare, so this is farewell for now. Have a nice day, and I hope to see you next time.